Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to work my scrolling LED text editor. So right here we have a 16 by 32 LED matrix. I bought this panel off of SparkFun, and also there's a nice tutorial on how to interface this panel with a Arduino board. In this case we're using the Arduino Mega, and I've also included a link to this tutorial on the video description. On the side right here, this is how we power up our system. So it's just done through a barrel jack wall adapter. We use 9 to 12 volts here because this is just put through the internal 5-volt regulator on the Arduino, and we don't want it overvolted because it'll cause the regulator to get hot and perhaps damage components, and we don't want that. On the back here we have a 4x3 keypad and an LCD for editing text. So let's go ahead and power this up. Welcome to LED text editor blah blah blah. So this is the default string that's displayed upon the first power up. So now I'm going to show you how to work the keypad on the back of the board. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how to work the keypad on the back of our text editor so we can actually display and edit some text. So the buttons on the keypad are numbered 1 through 12 as shown on the left. And now I'm going to just describe what each of the buttons do. So button 1 is just to do a total reset of our system, so just display the default string on the LED panel and just go back to the beginning more or less. Number 2, as we saw on the default string, that's to edit some text, so pretty self-explanatory. You use the LCD and the keypad to begin editing. Buttons 3 and 6 have to do with the EEPROM, so if we have a string that's being scrolled, button 3 will save it to the internal memory so that it's read on power cycling so it just doesn't clear. And then button 6 is to just clear the EEPROM, just start from ground zero and just go from there. Buttons 4, 5, 7, and 8 have to do with just moving the character values. So if we're editing text, it's more or less just going up and down in characters. Buttons 4 and 5 go down and up in character respectively, and this will go up fast. So if we want to change our character quickly, we just hold 4 or hold 5 to go up quickly and just make the editing process a little easier. Then buttons 7 and 8 do the same thing, except for each time you press the key, it just goes up or down 1 in character value. Button 9 is to add a space in our editing text, so if we have more than one word, that's where we would use that. Button 10 is to backspace in case we mess up. And then button 11 is to insert a character. And then finally button 12 is just to finish editing and display the text. Alright, now we're going to edit some text. So using this 4x3 keypad and this LCD, we'll go through the editing process of our string. So for this example, we're just going to use my name. So let's go ahead and begin. The way this keypad works is that it produces a different analog voltage for each button that's pressed. So every time we press a button, the output voltage goes to an A to D converter on our Arduino, and then it does whatever we need it to based on which button is pressed. Now once we're done displaying our text, we're going to press 12. Then text confirmed, it'll say our text that is scrolled. So we turn it around. There we go. Jason Baker. Now just continuously loop until we disconnect power, which, speaking of that, if we were just to disconnect power right now and then plug it back in, this string would not be saved. What will be displayed is that default string that we saw in the beginning upon our first power up. So if we want to save it to the internal memory of the Arduino, we're going to press 3. So it'll say the string that's saved, and then if we disconnect power and plug it back in, we turn this around, we can see that the string that we saved is still going to be displayed. So this is done through the Arduino's EEPROM. I believe on the Mega there's about 4 kilobytes of storage. So what it does is that byte by byte, or in this case character by character, it's saved to this internal memory and then it's read upon startup. And so if we want to delete these bytes from our EEPROM, we're just going to press 6. And so you'll say memory cleared, and it'll come up with this prompt again. So now let's do another power cycle. And let's look at what's being displayed. See, now this is the default string that we saw before. And there we have it, a working scrolling LED text editor. In the video description I did include links to all the parts that I used for this project, as well as the SparkFun tutorial on the LED panel that I mentioned earlier in the video. So with that, this is Jason Baker signing off, and thanks for stopping by.